working on the car the day he had his accident, wiring it, ready to fire it up for the first time. Hi, I'm Troy. This is my 1965 XP Falcon ute, Granny XP, as a tribute to my mum and also to my son Josh. Brought it probably 15, 16 years ago. Drove it for a couple of years, dead stock. Parked in the shed for a few years and went, it's time to get it out and do something with it. Usual project. Went from just a quick respray to a full-blown build. Thought we had a pretty good body until we discovered all the bog in it and old roadsides in the rear quarters where they'd just patched rust, and yeah, so everything just snowballed. Decided while we were going we'd put a V8 in it, custom main rod shop front end, split mono, culvert leafs on the rear, mini tub just moved the leafs inside the rails. Engine, we probably went overboard, ended up with a 427 cube Windsor, made 685 horsepower, 2-speed power glide, 9-inch, 3.7 geared, true track centre, 31 spline billet axles. Whole car, apart from the engine, whole car was built here in Wangaratta. A good mate of mine, Matty Thompson at Rat Race Garage, he done all the metal repairs, handmade lower quarters, the rear roll pan, all the inner guards. He done all that himself. The bonnet's all steel because no one had fit a fiberglass scoop to a steel bonnet for me. So I said to Matty, look, we need to make a steel scoop, so he whipped that up in a couple of weeks for us. Interior was done by Northeast Motor Trimming in Wangaratta. Pretty happy. Sorry? All the wiring, everything was there. All the wiring was done at home. My cousin, he owns Northeast Dyno Trimming here in Wang. I got him around to help because I couldn't get up under the dash like he could. So yeah, he done we done it all together. I just sent him to do all the hard stuff. Engineering, believe it or not, we breezed through it. So when he first looked at it, he'd give me a fairly big list, but there was nothing major. Just chassis rail, the chassis connectors was the biggest thing. Everything else was just a bracket or a gusset or something here and there. A track and pinion. It's all Castle main rod shop, front end. I've actually got competition engines, electric power steering unit to go in it. I've had that since about March, but it's a project we'll get to at a later date. Yeah, the weather's too nice. Yeah, like I said, it was just going to be a quick rebuild, but I know lots of people can build cars and sell them and move on to the next one. To me, I never kept track of any of my hours I put into it. It's one thing I wish I had have done. Not for any reason other than to know how much, because I could go out the shed, I'd go at 9 o'clock at night and go, I'll just go out and do this, and whether it takes me 15 minutes or 2, sometimes I'll look at the clock, go, 1 o'clock in the morning, I better go inside and go to bed. Just during winter, I love being out in the shed. I go out of the fire, I'll be going in the shed and I'll shut the doors and turn the music up and just tinker away, and yeah, sort of just got jobs done that way. Biggest challenge was all the trouble. So end of 2019, I had a car accident, shattered my pelvis. I was in hospital for 3 months. Got out of hospital. Dad took his long service leave from work. So this was during COVID, when we first got locked down, Dad would come around every day, drag me out of the house. 15 minutes, I'd be down the shed working on it. And then it went to 20 minutes, and then half an hour twice a day. But I had a little foam single bed mattress on the floor in there, and I was welding brackets up under the dash. It's got all vintage air, heating and cooling. So I was under the dash welding all brackets and shit, and Dad pretty much had to lift me out of the car because I couldn't stand up by myself. Got me out of bed. So that was the first one. Then 2021, we lost Kylie's. 2020, we lost Kylie's dad. That sort of put a bit of a halt on proceedings for a while. 2022, we lost my mum. She was a big part of it as well. The number plate is Granny XP because we called her Granny. So we had to incorporate her into the car somehow. The seat, there's a love heart in the middle with Ian and Louise. Originally, myself and my son, we wanted to put daily racing in there. Kylie designed that, and I went, wow, I love that, that's cool, that's real sentimental stuff. And I said to Kyle, I said, I've got to show our son, got to show Josh, he's got to approve of it too, because he's as much of it as we are. And I showed him thinking, he's like, no, I want the daily racing. He's like, no, I love it, I want that, that's cool. So that's how that come about. And then November 19, 2022, we lost Josh in a motorbike accident. March, what did I say? 23. March 23. We lost Josh in a motorbike accident. We were working on the car the day he had his accident, wiring it, ready to fire it up for the first time. They put a hold on it, pushed into the corner of the shed for a while, and then again, me saviour Dad, he come around and said, right, we've got a list of jobs, let's just tick one job off a day, whether it took us 5 minutes or an hour, and we just slowly worked through it. We just ticked one job off a day until we got it done. Years and years ago, there was a HK Monaro, I seen it Calder. It was silver mink with black, everything blacked out. That was before everybody blacked everything out. I think it was one of the first cars to do it. And in my shed, that's the only Holden picture I've got. I had a page out of the street machine or something, I stuck it up and like, that's the colours. So it went from silver, the colour changed quite a few times, and I just kept saying, you know, it's got to be the same colour as my XY ute. It's got to be the same colour. Didn't turn out the same colour, but wrapped with it. Yep. It's a factory Seat colour. So what happened originally, I had an XY ute Dad brought for me when I was 12. It was painted way back in it was called Dulux Liberty Blue. I took a paint chip off it about the size of a 50-cent piece to the paint shop, said I want this colour. And they brought the colour cards out and just matched it up. This had probably a little bit more metallic in it. But I'm like, nah, that's cool. And then TAFE painted the engine bay and the dash for us. And under the fluoros, it had like this, it was purple, but it looked like it had a real deep red tinge in it as well. And I'm like, what the fuck have we done? But yeah, I love it, it's awesome. Just don't like keeping it clean. Drive it, enjoy it, you know. Power steering and drive it. If Josh was still here, it'd probably be on its 4th set of tyres by now from the K's it would have done. So yeah, we built it to drive it. Good mate of mine, he brought his car back after 25 years. I found it in Sydney for sale, and he's like, well, I'm buying it back. He sold it because he had a family, and it was XP Falcon. He was saying to me the other day, he goes, oh, it's on Club Reg. He goes, I only drove it 7 times last year. I think we paid the reg a month ago on that, and we're on our 4th or 5th drive already. Yeah. So yeah, we try and get it out once a week during this warmer weather, at least once a week. Last year, after we registered it, I dailied it for 3 weeks. Yep. Yep. It's here. I'm driving it. We got first name basis with the people at the BP servo. Yeah, they loved it coming in.